Stephen James Ireland is an Irish professional footballer who plays as an attacking midfielder for Premier League club Stoke City. Ireland began his career with COBH Ramblers before joining English club Manchester City in 2001. He made his professional debut in September 2005 and soon established himself as a regular at the City of Manchester Stadium, and his performances saw him earn international recognition with Republic of Ireland. However, a row with Steve Staunton saw his international career come to an abrupt end. In September 2010, Ireland was transferred to Aston Villa in a swap deal with James Milner. After a slow start to his Villa career, he was loaned out to Newcastle United, where he only played twice. In the 2011-12 season he improved and won the Fans Player of the Season award. However, he fell out of the first team under Paul Lambert, and in September 2013 he joined Stoke City on loan before making the move permanent in January 2014. Club career. Early career. Born in Cork, County Cork, Ireland, started his career in COBH playing junior football for COBH Ramblers, a team his father Michael had previously played for. As a schoolboy, Ireland had trials with a number of British clubs, though several were discouraged by his Osgood-Schlatter disease, which he suffered from in his mid-teens. He eventually chose Manchester City, where he moved in August 2001, as a 15-year-old. Manchester City in 2005, at the age of 18, he joined English Premier League club Manchester City. He played for the first team in a number of pre-season friendlies and made his competitive debut on the 18th of September 2005 against Bolton Wanderers, coming on as an 81st-minute substitute. He subsequently made his first competitive start against Doncaster Rovers on the 21st of September 2005. He won the Man of the Match award on his first Premier League start against Everton on the 2nd of October 2005. He then started the next 6 matches for City, which won him a contract to keep him at the club until 2009. In the remainder of the season he participated in around half of Manchester City's matches, ending the season with a total of 16 starts and 12 substitute appearances. On the 26th of December, Ireland scored his first Premier League goal for City, a left-footed volley from 20 yards. The goal proved to be the only goal in a vital 1-0 victory at Sheffield United's Bramall Lane. On the 18th of February, Ireland rounded off the scoring for Manchester City in a 3-1 away win over Preston North End in the 5th round of the FA Cup with a stunning volley from outside the area. Having started the 2007-08 Premier League season well with City, Ireland scored the only goal, a volley, in a 1-0 home win over Sunderland. His celebration for the goal courted some controversy. Ireland dropped his shorts to reveal a pair of underpants sporting the Superman logo. However, the FA decided a warning would be the fairest course of action. Then in November against Reading he scored to keep Manchester City's home record at 100%. 2 weeks later he was sent off in the 2-1 loss at Tottenham Hotspur and received a 3-match ban. Ireland scored her goal in the reverse fixture, which led Manchester City to a 2-1 home victory over Spurs. He scored his final goal of the season with a sweet strike in the 2-3 loss to Fulham. He got the ball just outside the left side of the penalty box and curved it over Casey Keller into the top right corner. He finished the 2007-08 season with 4 goals. He returned to the first team in a good individual and team performance in the 3-0 win against West Ham United. He finished the match with 2 assists, crossing for Elano to strike home. He opened his tally in the 3-0 away win at Sunderland. He scored again in 2-2 draw at Newcastle United on the 20th of October. He scored both goals in the 2-2 draw at Hull City on the 16th of November, and opened the score in the successive league match against Arsenal. After netting in a 2-1 win over Everton, Ireland took his season's tally to 13 in a memorable season for the Irishman. On the 20th of May 2009, He was named Manchester City's Senior Player of the Year for his blistering performances throughout the 2008-09 season, and as a result has secured a new 5-year contract, keeping him at the club until 2014. He later became the Greater Manchester Player of the Year. He opened his account in the 2009-10 season with an opening day goal in the 2-0 win at Blackburn Rovers. In December 2009, Mark Hughes was sacked as manager and was replaced by former Inter Milan manager Roberto Mancini. With the good form of Nigel de Jong, Vincent Kompany and new signing Patrick Vieira at the club, Ireland spent most of the second half of the season as a substitute. By the end of the 2009-10 season, he only scored 3 goals, which were all before Mancini's arrival. The club's manager Roberto Mancini said Ireland must change his head in order to play. I really know what he is thinking about his future, but for me, Stephen is a fantastic player, and if he can change his head, I think he can start to play like last season, 2008-09, again. Aston Villa. At the start of the 2010-11 Premier League season, Ireland was targeted to be transferred with loan to Aston Villa in exchange for James Milner, but the deal was held up when he demanded £2 million from Manchester City to agree to the move. On the 17th of August 2010, it was reported the deal had been done, and he was at Aston Villa's Bodymore Heath training ground for a medical. The final price was £8 million in a part exchange for Milner. Ireland signed a 4-year deal with the Midlands club. After completing the move, Ireland criticised his former club, saying that its young players were money-obsessed, and that, "I guess James Milner must think the grass is greener on the other side. He's going to get a shock soon because it's definitely not that way." Ireland made his debut for the club on his 24th birthday in an away fixture at Newcastle United. Ireland started and played for the full duration of the game as Villa were beaten 6-0. However, by the end of October 2010, Ireland had been dropped from the Villa team, with manager Gerard Houllier publicly stating that he needs to work harder at his game. On the final day of the transfer window, the 31st of January 2011, Ireland joined Newcastle United on loan until the end of the season, with a view to a permanent deal. Ireland was already injured when he joined Newcastle and suffered a number of setbacks, including a controversial nightclub incident with teammate Leon Best the night before a match. He finally made his debut on the 19th of April 2011 in a 0-0 draw with Manchester United, appearing as a 65th-minute substitute. However, after appearing only twice and playing just 49 minutes of football for the Tyneside club, Ireland was ruled out for the rest of the season with an ankle injury, and was returned to Aston Villa. At the start of the 2011-12 season, Ireland stated his intentions to remain at Aston Villa and fight for his place in the team under new manager Alex McLeish. Despite having a disappointing first term at the club, it was also confirmed that he would take the number 7 jersey from Ashley Young, who had recently joined Manchester United. Alex McLeish warned Ireland to create headlines on the pitch after being pictured posing with shisha pipe on Twitter. On the 31st of December 2011, Ireland scored his first ever goal for Villa in a 3-1 away win at Chelsea, scoring the opener and assisting the third goal in a man-of-the-match winning performance. At the end of the season, after some impressive displays, Ireland was voted Aston Villa's Supporters' Player of the Season. After a positive start to the 2012-13 season, Ireland broke her bone in his wrist during Villa's 4-1 loss away at Southampton on the 22nd of September, in which he had assisted a Darren Bent goal. Manager Paul Lambert revealed it would rule him out for a few weeks. Despite this good start, Ireland failed to perform consistently throughout the rest of the season and played his last game of the season on the 22nd of January 2013. At the end of the season, Ireland was heavily linked with a move away from the club and began training with the reserves. Stoke City on the 2nd of September 2013. Ireland joined Stoke City on loan for the 2013-14 season, which would see him link up with Mark Hughes. Speaking after joining Stoke, Ireland hopes that his loan spell will help resurrect his career. It's been really frustrating as I take my job seriously, and it's been difficult for me not being on the team bus playing games. This is a big year for me and I never got a run of games at Villa. It's been very up and down and is hard to take because I've always trained properly and been professional. I'm just so grateful to the manager here at Stoke for giving me the opportunity to build up my career again. I've absolutely got a point to prove and I'm dying to get back into the swing of things. This is a massive opportunity and I'm still only 27. It's a vital year for me to be playing week in, week out. Ireland made his Stoke debut on the 14th of September 2013 in a 0-0 draw against his former club Manchester City. Ireland scored his first goal for Stoke on the 25th of September 2013 in a 2-0 League Cup win over Tranmere Rovers. On the 9th of November 2013 he scored against Swansea City in a 3-3 draw. He made his move permanent on the 14th of January 2014. On the 15th of April 2014 Ireland signed a new 3-year contract with Stoke, keeping him contracted until the summer of 2017. Ireland played 29 times in 2013-14 as Stoke finished in 9th position. Ireland scored twice in the FA Cup against Wrexham on the 4th of January 2015. He also scored in the next round against Rochdale. On the 28th of February 2015 Ireland suffered a deep cut on his calf which required 15 stitches following a challenge by Hull City defender Maina Figueroa. International career. Ireland represented Ireland at under 15, under 16 and under 17 level. But when called up to under 18 level he had a dispute with coach Brian Kerr after he was left out of the side and told to watch the match from the stands. The team lost the match 4-0, and Kerr suggested Ireland would be involved in the next match. When Ireland was again left out, he requested to return to his club, and Kerr informed him that he would never play for the Republic of Ireland while Kerr was manager. In January 2006 Kerr was replaced as Ireland manager by Steve Staunton. In Staunton's first squad, for a match against Sweden, Ireland received a senior call-up for the first time. Ireland came on as substitute in the match, replacing John O'Shea. He scored his first international goal on the 7th of October 2006 in a 5-2 loss to Cyprus. On the 7th of February 2007 Stephen Ireland saved the Republic of Ireland from a humiliating draw with San Marino with a last-minute injury-time goal. Final score was 2-1. On the 24th of March 2007, he scored the first ever goal in Croke Park against Wales. This was his third international goal in just 4 matches. He also scored against Slovakia in Bratislava on the 8th of September 2007. Controversy. In September 2007, Ireland was at the centre of controversy when, in the immediate aftermath of a Republic of Ireland international match and days before their crunch game against the Czech Republic, coach Steve Staunton informed him of a telephone call just received from his girlfriend reporting the death of his maternal grandmother. Staunton quickly consented to Ireland's compassionate leave on these grounds. A private jet was chartered for his return. However, the media quickly discovered that Ireland's grandmother was not dead, at which point Ireland announced it was his paternal grandmother who died. But yet again, reporters discovered that Ireland's paternal grandmother was also still alive, and her relatives had threatened to sue one newspaper that reported her death. Ireland changed his story again, saying one of his grandfathers had divorced, and it was his second wife who had died. That was also quickly discovered to be untrue. Ireland eventually came out with the truth, admitting he had invented a reason to leave the Irish team in order to visit his girlfriend in Cork, who, he claimed, had a miscarriage. I decided at that stage that I must tell the truth and admit I had told lies, Ireland said. I realize now it was a massive mistake to say my grandmothers had died and I deeply regret it. Exile speculation abounded that Ireland might make himself available for a call-up to the national squad to face Georgia on the 11th of February 2009. However, when the squad was announced on the 19th of January, the player's name did not feature, and Liam Brady took the opportunity to explain to the press that he and Trapattani had previously come to an agreement with the player whereby he would inform them when he felt like playing again, and that so far no contact had been made from the player's end. On the 19th of February it was reported that Ireland had intimated to Manchester City teammate Shea Given that he would like to represent Ireland at the World Cup in South Africa in 2010 and that a return to the international fold was imminent. But when the Irish squad to face Bulgaria on the 28th of March and Italy on the 1st of April was announced, his name was once again omitted. Trapattani revealed at the accompanying press conference that he himself did not believe Ireland would return, claiming that when he had met with the player months previously he had appeared withdrawn and reluctant to look the Ireland manager in the eye. Ireland has now said that he will probably not return to the national team. I watch Ireland matches like anyone else might do at this stage, but I don't feel a part of it at all. It doesn't make me feel like I should go back play again. That question is gone for me and the answer won't change my mind. On the 30th of March 2012, Ireland suggested that he would be willing to return to international football after Euro 2012. In May 2014, after unsuccessful attempts at trying to contact Ireland by Republic of Ireland manager Martin O'Neill. Personal life. Ireland is married and has 3 children. He owns a home in Prestbury, Cheshire, and a number of custom-built vehicles. He also has a number of tattoos including a pair of angel wings on his back. Club statistics. Club as of match played the 19th of October 2015. Carat appearances in UEFA Cup. International as of match played the 8th of September 2007. Honours. Individual Cy Young International Player of the Year, 2007. Manchester City Player of the Season, 2009. Aston Villa Fans Player of the Season, 2012.